Hey guys, I'm Willie Mayette from PianoWithWillie.com. I want to thank you for taking a look at this bonus lesson on House of the Rising Sun. Now this, you're going to notice a little change of the video format because this is just a quick way of that I can get this video up there right now for you. In the lesson you're going to see picture-in-picture, but in this bonus lesson you're just going to see my hands and the virtual keyboard, so you don't get to see me. So it's the last chance you're going to see me in this video. You're probably thanking me. So anyway, enjoy the bonus video. A lot of information in here. Remember, we're doing 12% off that DVD, House of the Rising Sun, until the 24th of December. So if you're interested in picking it up, go back to PianoWithWillie.com/12 for 12. Okay, 12 days of Christmas. All right, so anyway, enjoy the lesson. All right, so if we take a look at the chord structures for the song, see we have A minor, we go to C, and then D to an F, and then basically A minor to an E, right, to an A minor. Okay? So now what I want to do is, in this little bonus lesson, I want to just kind of talk about how you can start to improvise over a rock song like that. First of all, on the left hand, you're going to notice I'm going to do a lot of like root 5s or just roots, maybe even root 10th if you can hit that, okay? But root 5 root, right? Now in the right hand, what I would suggest that you do is get together 4-note groupings, okay? So this is the easiest way of doing that. Start with whatever triad you're on. So you have A minor, and then add the 9th, which is a whole step above the root. Okay? For this, we're always going to be using the major 9th, okay? Unless it sounds a little bit weird, and then we'll get to that if need be. So here's my A minor with my added 9th. And I'm just going to play this all with 1, 2, 3, 5 fingering wise. When I go to C, there's C major, add the 9th. There's the C block. There's the D block. There's the F block. Okay, we go back to A minor, we've already done that. And then finally the E block, see if you can do it on your own. Pause the video and then try doing it with me. All right, so start with the E triad, and then there you go, F sharp. That one's a little bit trickier because you might think, oh, let me go to this. It's right here. So now in the left hand, if I just play, you know, root 5 root like this, you might see me play the roots as well, so I can do either one. Let's just start with the roots, it'll be a little bit easier. In the right hand, I'm just going to mess around using these 4-note blocks. Now, have you noticed something about what I just did? Let me play it again. Probably noticed that I did exactly the same pattern. Now, if I number these notes, 1, 2, 3, 5, I did 5, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 5, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, right? And I did the same pattern when I got to the C, 5, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. When I got to the D, 5, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. When I got to F, 5, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Now you might say, well, what do you mean 5, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1? What I'm looking at is I'm looking at each chord, and each chord as a group, and I'm just numbering. So if I was thinking 5-finger scale, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all right? So I'm numbering the notes of the scale, okay? This is the root of the chord, so we call it 1. This is the 9th, we're going to call it 2. This is the 3rd, and this is the 5th. So 1, 2, 3, 5. It just so happens to link up with your fingers. Okay, but that won't always be the case. Okay, all right. So anyway, like if I did it with my left hand, you know, something like that, or maybe I might even do that. Here I'm playing 4, 3, 2, 1, but it's still 1, 2, 3, 5 in terms of scale degree. Okay, so do the same thing on C, do the same thing on D, do the same thing on F, and then also we have the E one as well. And then the rhythm, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here's my 6, 8. All right, so I'm just playing 8th notes down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. And if I want to get some real beef in the left hand, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See how I come in on 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, Okay, now, whoa, Willie, what are you doing there, right? All right, so now what I'm doing is I just kind of like jumped light years on you. That's, obviously there's several steps in between there. So let me break that down for you. What I was doing is I was just starting to break up this pattern. Because now, look, I don't have to play this pattern just like this. I could take that fifth up there, move it down here. I could do this. See how I can add that fourth in if I want, the 11th, all right, or 4, all right? Or I could just look at it like this, and I have any of these notes, right? And I can, you know, obviously if I had more fingers, I could just keep going, right? Okay, so any of these notes, I could do it anywhere. So if I go, there I added the 4th, so I can do the whole 5-finger minor scale. Right? So what I would suggest that you try doing is after you get some of these patterns together, and of course I just did one pattern, come up with your own patterns. 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. I know I probably got cut off down there. Okay? So there's literally dozens of patterns that you can come up with. 5, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. Right? So on and on and on it goes. All right? So if you just do the 6 notes, it's just you just choose whatever 6 notes you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do it on each one of those chords. All right, so do several of those, right? So I just gave you, I think, like 3 or 4 of them right there. Come up with your own. And then go back to A. Just stay on A, and what I would like you to do is just focus on playing these notes, okay? So don't worry about adding in any other notes than those 4. But try and do them up and down, right? And try and keep a nice steady flow. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. I did add the 7th on you, sorry. But you see what I'm doing, all right? I'm just trying to get fluid just playing those 4 notes. You can add in the 11th, like I said, if you want, all right? Now you might think of this as 4, that's fine, okay? So you can add in 4, okay? You could do that on each one of these chords, all right? So So what you want to achieve is you want to be able to play an A minor chord, all right, that grouping, and know where the 9th is, know where the root, 3rd, and 5th are, okay, anywhere. So you can play any of these chords and you know they're all A minor chords. All right, sorry. Okay, all A minors. Just playing the 7th there. Okay, so any of those are A minor. So you could... Then go to C, D, F, A, that's an E, all right? So you want to get fluid moving in between every one of those chords. So again, the steps. Start with 1, 2, 3, 5. Do those patterns. Come up with all different patterns. Play the same pattern on each one of those chords. Okay? Once you can do that, then isolate one chord and try playing that pattern, but start to move it around. So that's one way in which you can do it. Just go right up, next note, And don't worry if you can move it to 4. You don't have to stay in 6. Whoops. The whole idea here is just to get comfortable moving around between those blocks, right? You're doing the inversions of these blocks. So what you do is take this A, bring it up here. Then take the B, bring it up there. Then take the C, bring it up there. Take the E, bring it up there. Now you see you're back at the beginning. So you go through each one of these inversions, and what you're doing is you're breaking up the chord. You're arpeggiating it. And then the next one. Okay? Now a couple of things are going to happen here. One, you're going to really start to know that A minor pattern. Okay, you're going to also know where the 9th is as well. So that's good. That 9th comes in handy. The other thing is it's also going to be a very nice technical exercise for you. Especially like that, like, see that leap there between the E and the A? That's a little bit weird. You might find yourself like wanting to go to the G. I mean, I even went to the G every now and again. Ooh. Let's see. So, I mean, like, obviously this is something, if I want to get really fast with it, I just have to practice it. All right, so just keep working at that. And then you can also go between 2 blocks. That's how I practice it. Okay, so get now the 3. Now do the 4. Just about there. All right, so you keep working it. Play it nice and slow. All right, work up to it. Work up to it. All right, and then once you get comfortable, we could start adding in that left hand. You know, and then you can do. Now, when we get back into 6/8, now we're not going to play these in groupings of 4. We could, that would be cool, but we're not going to do that. Now we can just start to improvise around using these groupings. So, all right, so see how I'm like taking that one grouping? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. So you see how I can move around those different groupings and apply that 6/8 rhythm to it. So a lot of stuff right there that you can work on, and then you can move all of this stuff right into that House of the Rising Sun lesson that I just released today. So if you like that sound, I would definitely check out that lesson, and see you in the next lesson.